Welcome back to Shadow Rift, first edition. We're having a long playthrough here as a two-player game, and we're trying to defeat the Necromancers. So let's begin. Drawing cards is the first step. 5 cards, and let's see what we get for player 1. Resurrect, Might, Heroism, Thieving Strike, and Explore. So we're going to get 2 extra draws, Prowess, 1 extra draw, Thieving Strike. So we have 2 Thieving Strikes. That's pretty good. Alright, player 2, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Get Strike, Explore, Fireball, Heroism, and Seal. Heroism, 1 more card. Heroism. Draw 1 more card. Another Heroism, another card, and a Strike. Okay, that's not looking too bad. Okay, so that gives us our drawing cards. Now it's time to refresh the town, so we get 5 townsfolk come out, and we'll see which ones they are. First one, the Prince. Excellent. Draw 3 cards. We have a Corpse. Well, that's not so exciting. We have the Robber. Alright, cards that cost gold cost 2 extra gold. When you buy them, another Corpse. Wow. And the Explorer. You can move the top card of the monster deck to the bottom. So basically our only 2 useful townsfolk are the Prince and the Explorer. Now we also get 2 Travelers wandering by, and we'll see what they are. We have the Innkeeper. Okay, the Innkeeper is good for getting rid of wounds. We also have another Guard, so we're going to want to make sure we spend the gold to get our Guard back. And that's very quickly drawing our cards, refreshing the town, refreshing the Travelers. Now we need to go over to Monsters. In Play Act, monsters are going to gain power and add new monsters. So let's go and do that. Alright, Monsters in Play Act. Well, we have the Soul Sucker. the Soul Thirster. He's undead. He's moving to number 1. And his heroes discard all Might and Heroism cards. So that does not do us much good except get rid of a bunch of cards. Unfortunately, player 2 really only has 3 Heroism cards. Every one of them gets dumped. That is very unfortunate. And player 1 has 1 Heroism and 1 Might card and has to discard them, all because of the Soul Thirster. So that puts a damper in our plans, I think, a little bit. Now monsters gain power. Well, we go from 1 power to 3. 3 power is not enough to bring out the Ghoul, who costs 4 power. So here we sit, and the Soul Thirster has 4 damage of 7 hit points. Let's go do our hero actions and see if we can get rid of the Soul Thirster, perhaps, and do some other stuff. Alright, I don't think we're going to do too badly, despite having all those cards dumped out of our hand. We're going to have player 2 go first. He's going to use Fireball, and he's going to use the Seal card to power up the Fireball card. So he will play the Seal card as a magic, and the Fireball then will get a +1 to hit. It's ranged attack, so he's not going to take a damage from that. So he casts the Fireball at the Soul Thirster, doing 2 damage. That's going to bring it to 6 damage of 7 hit points. That's pretty excellent. He also has Explore. Look at the top card of the Traveler deck. You can put it on the bottom of the deck if you want. And yeah, let's take a look at it and see what we've got. So the top card of the Traveler deck is the Witch. We want the Witch back. We're going to leave her on top. That was Explore. And I have 2 strikes left, but I'm not going to use them. They're just going to be discarded. Basically, player 2 is finished. Now, player 1 is going to use Thieving Strike. It's a 1 melee hit. If you are not the first hero to attack the monster this round, you get a coin instead of a wound. So we're going to do 1 melee hit to the Soul Thirster, which will kill it. And it has 2 symbols here, which means we're going to get 2 Heroism cards. It goes to the bottom of the monster pile. I get a gold for using Thieving Strike. So we get 1 gold instead of a wound. And we also get 2 Heroism, starting again with player 2. So player 2 is going to get a Heroism card, and player 1 also gets a Heroism card. So that's pretty awesome. And what's left? Unfortunately, Thieving Strike was an action, and we couldn't use another action. We can't use Resurrect because we used or Explore. So basically, I'm out of actions. And I don't think it's even worth using the Prince to draw 3 cards. Although, is it? Yeah, let's go ahead. We're going to use the Prince. Prince allows us to draw 3 cards. So, 1, 2, 3 cards. And this might be more multiples. A Might, a Heroism, a Heroism. So, 3 more draws. Another Might. We still have 3 draws. Prowess, we have 2 draws. Heroism, we have 2 draws. A Strike, we have 1 draw left. A Prowess. So that wasn't a bad use of the Prince. So we basically have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Heroism if we want to use it that way. We're going to spend 1 of the Heroism cards as a gold. And all these other cards are unusable. So we're going to spend 1 gold, and we're going to bring the guard back to our town. He costs 1 gold. Now, can I get the innkeeper? This is a question. I believe I can, because I can spend 2 heroism cards as 2 gold, using 2 gold for 4 gold, and then I just need 2 prowess, and that leaves me 3 prowess, and that gives us enough to get the innkeeper in town. 2 prowess and 4 gold. So the innkeeper is going to join our town, still leaving me with 3 prowess cards remaining. And I think with that, let's just go ahead and get the final Might card into our deck. And that is going to conclude the first part of this episode. So once again, we've wiped out all the monsters. We've done quite a bit of stuff. Oh, hang on. And we did, player 2 threw away 2 attack cards. He's going to use 1 of his attack cards. Hero may discard an attack card to remove the robber from play. So that would have happened. We would get rid of the robber, bottom of the Traveler deck. Obviously, that's what we would do. We threw strikes away, which were quick actions, quick attacks. We can use them to get rid of the robber. That's going to conclude turn 1. So let me just refresh all the decks, and we will do another turn for this episode. Alright, and on to the next turn. So first thing we do, draw 5 cards, and player 1 has Heroism, Strike, Prowess, Resurrect, and Might. So that's 2 extra card draws, 1 Prowess, and Lightning Daggers. So all kinds of good stuff. Player 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what do we have here? Seal, a Might, a Heroism, Prowess. So 2 extra card draws. So 1 Prowess and 2 Prowess. So another pretty decent hand. Let's refresh the town. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards for the town. And we get the Heretic. Yeah, we have to pay a magic to get rid of that fool. We have a guard. Okay, guards are always good. We have the mayor, giving somebody 2 actions if possible. The priest. Alright, priest is always good for getting rid, and a corpse. Priest good for getting rid of power points on the monsters. Alright, very quickly, that was drawing cards, refreshing the town. Now it's time to refresh the travelers. First traveler is the witch. We want the witch. 4 prowess to get the witch in play for us, and the Gravedigger, 3 and 3. Well, maybe we can get both of them into our town. I'm not sure. That is refreshing travelers. Now we go to Monsters in Play Act. Well, as you can see, there are no monsters to act, and so we move right into the monsters gaining power. We're going to go from 3, we're moving to, there's 5. And yes, the ghoul only takes 4 to bring out. He's going to come out. That's going to drop us to 1 power, but we have to keep going. And we have a zombie lord who costs 6 power to bring out. He's going to stay where he is. Alright, that was monsters gaining power and adding new monsters. let's go and have our heroes act. All right, once again, we'll start with player 2. Player 2 is going to play the seal, which is a magic symbol card. So that's going to allow us to play 1 magic. And the reason we're doing it is because we are booting the heretic out of town. A hero can pay a magic to remove heretic from play. See you later. Go back into the wilds. So we get rid of the heretic. And that was not an action. That was just playing a magic ability. You can put a card from the monster power area to the bottom of the deck. Well, we don't have any, so we're not going to be able to use seal anyway. Away it goes. But we are going to spend 4 of our might of the 5, which I guess the 5th one is going to be burned. And yes, we're going to recruit the witch. 4 prowess, 0 gold. The witch is going to come join our town once again. All right, over to player 1. What is player 1 doing? Well, player 1 is going to use his strike card. So hang on, let's get rid of this stuff here. So he's going to use strike with 2 prowess, making it a ranged attack. That's going to do 1 damage, ranged attack to the ghoul. And then right on top of that, he's going to play discard lightning daggers from play. When a hero acts for +1 hit, the attacking hero draws a card. So this is going to do 2 damage of the 7 hit points for the ghoul. So he's going to be in play for a while. So that does 2 damage, and we get to draw another card, to draw another prowess. Have we played an action? I think we played an action because I think, yes. Oh no, lightning daggers is not an action. So, and the strike is a quick action. So we have not played an action yet. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to use resurrect. And are we going to do? Yes, yeah, yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. We're going to power up resurrect with a magic. So what that means is we can use both abilities. So we're going to remove a corpse from town. So boom, away goes a corpse. That's a good thing to get rid of because they are annoying. Look at the top card of the villager deck. If it's a villager, you can put it into play of the traveler villager deck. Oh, yes, of the traveler deck. It's the baker. The baker can go into play. Ba-bam! Just like that. We now have the baker in town because of this resurrect card. So that was pretty awesome. With the 2 prowess, I do believe I'm just going to get 1 gold coin. And we're going to use the priest for his monsters lose 2 power. And so what that means is they had 1 power, now they have nothing. And I think I'm going to leave it there. I would try to do another episode, but I'm running out of time today, so not going to happen. So anyway, thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for liking my videos with thumbs up if you do. Thanks for all the subscriptions and the comments and rules corrections and everything. Really appreciate it. So join me next time for the continuation of Shadow Rift 1st edition. We are taking on the Necromancers, and so far I think we're not doing too bad of a job. And this, yes, the series should conclude shortly. I don't think we're going to have another 10 episodes, maybe 1, possibly 2. So thanks so much for watching along. Join me next time for Shadow Rift 1st edition against the Necromancers.